Hello everyone again. I'm going to start this session, and this session will be about the communication and how to design and manage integrated marketing communication, and also I will explain about the managing mass communication, about advertising, sales promotions, event and experiences, and also public relations. Okay, I will send all needed materials to all of you. Don't worry, please, about the materials and also about the timetable and something syllabus and something like this. Please let me start this session. Thank you so much, and very nice to being among you, and it's my pleasure starting with you this session. And 2 weeks ago, before Eid al-Fitr, I started designing and managing integrated marketing communication. Also, I should congratulate to you. After 1 week, the Eid al-Fitr, and last week we didn't have class, and because of the holidays for Eid al-Fitr, and I hope all is well with you and your families. You are welcome. Okay, what is these two concepts is about the chapter 17 and chapter 18 of the marketing management by Philip Kotler and Keller, about the communication. Already I told you, many people believe marketing is just advertisement, but in fact advertisement and communication, other communication aspects, just is a part of the marketing, and the marketing including many important subjects. Just one of them is advertising, and advertising is a part of the integrated communication. And already I told you about the marketing mix, and you saw already in marketing mix, just in the promotion part, in the 4 P's of marketing, we have an advertisement. And I want to remind you again, advertisement just is a part of a marketing concept. There are some questions in this chapter. Already I explained this chapter 2 weeks ago, but just need to review, because 2 weeks ago, unfortunately, many students couldn't join us, and just I think 3 or 4 students. And what is the role of marketing communications? How do marketing communications work, and what are the major steps in developing effective communication, and what is the communication mix, and how should it be set, and what is an integrated marketing communication program? Because already I explained that, I will be somehow fast to this. Role of marketing communication. What is the role of marketing communication? Can be divided in 3 parts and 3 different kinds of role. The role of marketing communication, including informing for communication. One of the role of communication can be inform others, and also persuade others, and remind the people. What does it mean? Sometimes you need have communication to inform somebody or others about something. For example, you want to inform the people, my company has been established, and it is going to start its business, my company, and it is informed. Sometimes you communicate with others because you want to persuade them to buy something, to persuade they something to do, and persuade them to do something about, for example, about environment, about the society, about the politics, and something like this. Another role of the communication is in persuading, and sometimes you have told something to people, and you want to communicate again for remind. And so three roles of marketing communication is remind, persuade, and inform. It is a classification of the roles of marketing communication. Okay, hello to Dr. Khatib and other friends. All of you very, very welcome, and thank you so much. Okay. What is the marketing communications mix? Marketing communication means including many things. The first one is advertising. Advertising is the most important component of marketing communication mix. Advertising. Advertising using the media and using some strategies and techniques to advertise, and I will explain about advertising in more details in the next slide. And another communication means in word of mouth. Word of mouth means, for example, not just by the company, also other people can advertise for company. For example, if you remember, I told about the loyal customers and also horizontal marketing. Horizontal marketing is more effective than vertical marketing. The word of mouth is a kind of horizontal marketing. It means by people and advertising by people, and sometimes no need to pay and spend money for advertising because other people advertise this for you if you have a good image in their mind. If already you have a good brand, other people through word of mouth advertises for you and communicate with each other. Your company can communicate with the people through advertising strategies and advertising techniques, and also through word of mouth. Word of mouth. There are all ways to communicate with people. And also direct and interactive marketing. Direct marketing, for example, you can mail something to their house, their home. And also you can have interactive marketing through internet and online communication. For example, at the moment, I and you, we all together have the online and interactive communication, interactive way to communicate. Yes, our communication is interactive. We can talk to each other and get the remarks and comments and discuss about something. It is a kind of interactive way to communicate. Okay, and it's a very, very effective way to communicate to others. And Salesforce, for example, you can communicate with other people through your Salesforce. Your company distributes something, produces something, or provides some services for others. Your Salesforce communicate with other people, and in some companies, communication is done by Salesforce. Salesforce responsibility is to communicate with other people, and because many times the people must meet your sales force, and so sales force is very very important to communicate. And because company in many cases communicate with other people through Salesforce, and Salesforce are in, are very important in the communication concept. And so another thing, sales promotion. Then you use the sales promotion through sales promotion and something, for example, like the seasonal discounts, also some vouchers, coupons, and something like this one, communicate with your customers. And another one is public relations, for example, seminars, conferences, and also something like this one, and being attend public events, and also giving the speech and talks, and you can communicate with other people, and also with through even another component of the communication needs to be events and experiences. For example, fairs, exhibitions, and also something like this one is events that you can communicate with other people. So we say the most important components of communications mix are advertising, word of mouth, this direct and interactive marketing, sales force, sales promotion, and public relations and publicity. Advertising is includes print and broadcast advertising. What about this one? Advertisement. Print means like something about in magazines, in newspapers, and also posters also can be print, and so you have another thing for posters separately. Some types of advertising can be same classification. Okay, and the packaging, another way to advertise your product. For example, if you produce a good and distribute a good, you can use the good packaging and some colors and some designs and some shapes to advertise your products. If you pay attention to your packaging, the packaging can be a helpful and effective way to advertise your goods or products. And cinema, for example, cinema is a way to advertise, and also brochures, posters, billboards, display signs, and points of purchase. What about the fourth type, purchase? Billboards, you know, through the highways and also roads, you can use billboards, posters also in buildings and in the pavement or something like this one. And brochures, you can send and as a free brochures to your customers to inform them and to keep them aware of your product and your goods. And display signs, also some digital or something non-digital signs to for example, in some public places. And point of purchase displays means there are some posters and some stands or something in the point of purchase. When you go to a shop, you can see, when purchasing something, you can see advertisements about the new products, new goods, and new, for example, services, and you can be informed about the other products and services provided by the company. And so sales promotion means some, for example, competitions, contests, games, and something like lottery and something like this one to attract your customers and some gifts also, some premium and privileges for your loyal customers. Sampling means you can let your customers to experience your free products. Sometimes you give your customers free samples to experience, and because in this way they can experience your product free as a free product, and so maybe they will like to buy your other products. And something about fairs and trade shows, coupons and rebates, and something like this one. There are some privileges you can provide for your customers. Events and experiences means you can. There are very helpful platforms for communicate to others. For example, during the sports events, for example, Olympic, World Cup, and something like this one, and also festivals, art, and something like this, factory tours, and many street activities also very important today in the world. And there are the effective, helpful platforms to communicate with others. And so, excuse me. Okay, what is the public relations and publicity? Where is the press kits? You can use the press and some media to, for example, communicate with public, and speech, seminars, annual reports, charitable donations, and publications, and something like lobbying and company magazine. Some company has their own magazines, and you can use this one to communicate with others. Okay, for example, monthly report. Thank you so much. Monthly report of the company, or annual report, and also some catalog and brochure with your latest activities, and all, for example, organizational chart and something like this. You can provide information for customers. And so also you have direct and interactive marketing. Direct can include catalogs, mailings. At the moment, after many years, many companies still use the mailing, because mailing is very effective way. And if you send something to your customer's mailbox, they can directly communicate with your message, and they can see something tangible and physical, for example, materials. And so this one can be helpful. And also very good, the announcement. Thank you so much to friends. The announcement about, for example, you can send something to your customer's mailbox about the new festival, new conference, new exhibition, new fair. And also there are electronic shopping, very common these days, electronic shopping. And also you can have some TV shopping, introducing your products through some cable TV, and also get the order. And also email, company billags. Billags also is very popular at the moment. And websites, another thing to direct and interactive marketing. Yes, product shopping. Yes, then thank you so much, friend, about your comments and remarks. Thank you. And personal selling is sales presentations. You can have some presentation about your sales. Sometimes you need do something in new places, not just in your representative offices or something like this one, or your shops. You can rent temporarily some places, for example, in the famous places to have the sales presentations, and also you can provide the free samples with your customers to attract them, and incentive programs and some programs like and also fairs and trade shows. You can have something like this one to attract your customers and give them something about your, and it means it's personal, one by one and face to face with your customers, and you can invite them to come and something. And word of mouth is person to person, and also chat rooms and be like when the people and your customers discuss about your products, especially. Sometimes, already I told you, word of mouth is very, very helpful way, because today many people cannot trust on many companies, and when some people are sensitive to advertising by companies, maybe they believe the advertisement is not saying in the fact and reality about the products of the company. But when your friend or your relatives or your colleague recommend something to purchase, maybe you can trust her or him as usual, because many people cannot believe the company's advertisement is completely correct and reliable. So the word of mouth is very, very helpful. And Philip Kotler believes the horizontal marketing means word of mouth is more effective than vertical marketing. Vertical marketing is something done by the company to persuade people to purchase its product, but the horizontal marketing means they recommend the products by other customers. It means word of mouth. Incentive programs, for example, means Mr. Ahmed, short-term programs to attract customers. You can invite customers to do something, and for example, you can arrange some programs to sell your products in a good conditions to some of your customers. And it means incentive and very short term, and with the high frequency, and frequently you can ask your customers to come, and they invite the incentive programs like for example, local sales and local shops and temporary shops also can be this one in the incentive programs. Something like, for example, a trade show or fair also can be incentive programs. Okay. What about the marketing communication effects? When you communicate, you can make or establish a flame in your customer's mind. Okay, you can start something in your customer mind after communicate. Every communication can impress people. For example, also the most important thing is the first impression. For example, in your life, sometimes if you meet the person for the first time, he or she can impress you. In the communication is important what is the level of impact of the first meeting, and what is the first impression. Okay, I want to tell you something about. Do you remember, for example, at the moment you have some friends. Think about when you met them for the first time. For example, one of your friends, your beloved friend, is what is the? Do you remember when did meet her or him for the first time. In the communication, first impression is very important. And for example, for Subaru, the vehicle, and something in this customer's mind about the features and about the benefits of Subaru and some values: outdoors, active, and rugged. These three is three adjectives and three properties and three features of the Subaru. And what is the TV advertisement? How TV advertisements can have impact on the customer's mind about the features of the Subaru, and also what is the sponsorship? Which kind of sponsorship is provided for the customers, and which way, and how he or she can think about the support, and some support by from outside to think about and purchase something is important in the communication concept. There are some, for example, macro model and micro model, the process model. Sometimes already I told you about the sender and receiver. What is sender and receiver? And in micro model, should be paid attention. Consumer's response. In micro model, in more details, you need know what is the consumer's response to your message or your communication tool, and how they respond in micro model. It is important in this concept. And elements in communications process. Every communication needs a sender. Sender is a person who sends a message, and sometimes message needs to encode and after that decode, because the level of the information and level of the awareness is different between sender and receiver. So it needs to encode and decode something. For example, a good example for encoding and decoding, maybe can translate in some language to each other. For the getting the message, you need decode or encode the message to your language, because you, for example, a Chinese man want to send you some message in the Chinese language, for example in Mandarin. You need translate. Every message, the translation is the one example for encoding and decoding. It means you must change something to understandable for all parties. Okay, it means encoding and decoding, and all the time there is a noise in the. It is possible to have noise between sender and receiver. Something can disturb you and disturb sender and receiver, and it can cause no effective communication and between sender and receiver. And also, when you send a message, you need after that get a response and feedback, your customer's response and your also feedback or receiver's response or feedback. For the response, what is the response? When you, for example, in your company and your business, you send some message to your customers. Why you send message? As usual, in many cases, when you send message to your customers, that you need their decision to purchase. Okay, because you need your customers purchase more and more and use your services more and more and pay more money. Okay. And also for this one, you need the best thing for a company is the customer's response when the consumer's response in purchasing something, because when you advertise and you provide your products to others, you will have some different response. One response can be, okay, thank you so much, but at the moment, for example, you advertise with your TV and your customer says, at the moment, I have not any decision to buy a new TV. Okay, what is the response? There are four models here, and I will just explain for the IDA model and also hierarchy of effects model. Okay, please give me 2 minutes. Sorry, please give me 2 minutes as a break. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, let's continue. Excuse me. What is the response? The best response from your customer is purchasing your product or your service. Okay. Sometimes your response is, okay, thank you so much for your information, but I don't want to purchase your product. Sometimes, okay, I got your message, I should think about your product. And sometimes I got your message about your product, but I think your competitor's product is better. It is very bad response from the customer. I think a bad for company when your customer tells you, okay, I got your information about your latest product, but I want to purchase your competitors because your competitors' product is better and with better price and something also better quality. So the IDA is the first step. There are some stages: cognitive stage, affective stage, and also behavior stage. First, you must get attention. Attention, and the first step in the IDA model. In the IDA model, is attention is the first, and after that, interest and desire, and the last thing as action. Action is, in many sciences you can use this IDA model, but in the marketing concept, the action will be purchasing something from you. And you also, what is all the time the business are looking for customers' attention. In other words, all the time you ask and you beg your customers, please pay attention to me, and you want to get the customer's attention. The first step is attention. Before attention, maybe many customers don't know you and your company and your product. And in hierarchy effect, the first step is awareness. Sometimes, for example, the customers don't know anything about your company, and you must have some strategy to introduce to yourself to others and your existence. Many times, maybe the people don't know anything, and the level of their awareness about your company is low. That you must do something to keep them aware of your company and also your new products, for example. And after that, you must increase their knowledge about your company, and you must do something that to make them liking your product or your company. Preference, preference means they prefer your company comparing with your competitors. And conviction is the last step of the, for example, decision to purchase, and very ready to purchase, and with without any doubt, and the customer at last decides and is convinced about to purchase your company after get the information, your product, and so purchase the final step. You must know these two models in this level and in this concept. What is these two models and all steps from the first awareness and also or attention, and after that go to purchase. For example, for the advertisement, when you want to have the awareness step, you use some billboard or some big posters and some very short advertisement in the TV. Just you want to tell to people, I am here, it is my name and it is my company. Aware them. But knowledge, for example, if you want to increase your customers' knowledge about your products, you need to give them helpful information and with more details. For example, catalogs and brochures are the good ways to increase the customer's knowledge about your products. And so after that, using some movies and clips and some in the terms of advertisement, I mean, you can do something in these steps by the different types and techniques of advertising. So finally, they purchase your product, and okay, this two model is you must know in this concept, and fragility of communication process. What does it mean? It means the communication process is fragile. Okay, fragile. It means can be destroyed and can be broken because for example, after in your target market, okay, in target your market, 50% of the people will, for example, have awareness about your product or your company. And out of these 50%, 50% have enough knowledge about your product and also about your goods or services. And from this 50%, this one is a theory, and this one, for example, shows finally approximately how many of your customers in your target market will purchase. You can make your target market audiences aware. After that, just 50% of them maybe can get enough knowledge about your product or your company through catalogs and brochures. After that, they will like your, for example, just 50% of them will like your product, and 50% and 50%. Finally, if you times all these 50%, you can get just 1.56%. If in each state just 50% of the people keep the step. So it means you must be very, very careful, because finally after drop the size of the customers and decrease the size, finally just you will have 1.56% of your people in your. You must do something about these steps and increase the number of, for example, customers in each step. Okay, did you get what I mean? Any question, any comment, any remark? Okay. The steps in developing effective communication. First, you must identify target audience. Who are your audiences? Determine objectives for communications. Which objective you have for developing effective communications? And design communication. Which kind of communication you want to choose, or for example, in the marketing communication mix, which kind of you want to use, or how many of them, and same time how many of them together. And so you must select channels, which channels you want to have to developing effective communication. For example, your channels can be some meetings, for example, sales force, and some public relations. What is your channels? And the most important thing, establish budget. After determine the objective and design communication, and also select channels, you need establish budget, and you need budget to do something in this area for your communication. Need the budget. And so decide on media mix. After you have the enough money, for example, you can choose the suitable media, because you must arrange and you must be careful about the expenditures and the budget, needed budget, and which kind of media better you want to use, and decide on media mix. For example, media can be TV, and also newspaper, magazine, and many things related to media. And after this one, measure results. You must measure, evaluate your implementation, and all the time you need the control, monitor, and evaluating and appraisal of your methods and strategy. And finally, you can manage integrated marketing communication, or IMC, and you can manage this one after passing these steps. Passing these steps. Okay. Uh, Developing effective communication. I told you already, we have 5 steps here. Again, the basics is identifying target audience, determine objective, design communication, select channels, and also establish budget. Okay, okay, Mr. Navid. Okay, I told already about the IMC. Okay, integrate. Or maybe I told integrated the marketing communication, or integrated communication mix. Yes. So you mean integrated? Thank you so much. IMC integrated. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe I told you something different, but the means the most important thing, the communication, integrated communication. And after deciding about media, you are correct. We can have integrated media communication. Thank you so much. And establish budget. There are the basics of this one. And for example, identify the target audience. You must identify your target audience. How we can identify our target audience? You can help me about this one. Okay, can the previous one. You can see the previous slide. This one or previous one? Okay. Any question about this one, Mr. Navid? The I is for integrated, and also you can say, I think this one is marketing communication, and related to this one. Also, I think this one is integrated marketing communication, because the concept is marketing communication mix. And so this one, it means finally you can manage the all components related to this one, and integrated marketing communication also can be drawn for IMC. Okay, thanks to all friends to the very helpful remarks and comments. Thank you so much. And another thing about identify the target audience. You must use some methods, for example, the secondary information, and from, for example, internet and some books and some reports about your target audience. And you must know exactly who are your target audience, and in your target audience, who are deciders or influencers, or who are the potential buyers, and also you know the current users. For example, for education institute, the students, okay, are your target audience, and also potential buyers. They are, for example, for the academy and e-learner at the moment, the current students are current users, okay, current users. Some students like to register and get the admission from the academy. They are potential buyers, okay. And also, what about deciders or influencers? Anybody can help me? What about deciders or influencers? Okay, very good. For example, parents, when you want to buy something, for example, there is a toy. Already I explained there is a toy good for kids, and for children, as usual, the kids use and they are users of the toy. But the deciders or influencers are parents. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you so much. And so these are three parts of the target audience. And you mean, for example, if you want to have a community, you want to communicate for your target audience through advertisement. Advertisement should be helpful for all. For example, for toy, you must advertise toy in the way also parents to be convinced about or motivated to buy your products for their kids. And so influencers and deciders sometimes are different from current user or potential buyers. Yes, thank you so much. For example, deciders are parents for children. Yes, for children, for something, if you need something to buy for children, finally the father or mother decide about the purchase. Also, sometimes mother can influence the father to buy something for children. It is a difference between users and influencers or deciders. Thank you so much to all. Our students, okay, thanks to all friends. Thank you so much. Oh, you mean the teacher is influencer or decided about teaching in the class, during the class? Okay, please think about the target audience. What is the target audience component and three types of the target audience? I mean, for example, you work for a company, and your company has some, for example, person, some managers, and they decide to buy, for example, a PC for you. Your PC has problem, and you want to see to buy a PC. You are current user, but the deciders or influencers are different. Influencers or deciders. Also, deciders and influencers are different. You know, some people are just influence somebody to buy something. For example, your friend influence you to buy a new laptop. Okay, he's the influencer, but you will be the final decider. Deciders and influencers. Okay. Mr. Navid says the companies and firms can be deciders and influencers. Yes, can both, or everybody or any individual also can can be decider or influencer. Mr. Mirwais Ahmada users are those that they can decide and influence by themselves. Also users can, but sometimes already I told you, not necessarily users are deciders or influencers. As usual, they are different. Yes, they are different. I told you many times deciders or influencers are separate. And okay, users of the company products, yes, yes, can the current users. Current users are the users of the company products, and also if there are some people, potential buyers, you must know them and attract them too. So you must identify who are your target audience. People have different objectives, okay? And so brand awareness and brand attitude and brand purchase intention. What are these three? Okay. What is the category needs? Every category, and you can define for any category there special needs. And so category needs means identifying the needs for each category. Okay, category can be used in two areas, for the people and also for the product. If you can introduce a new category of products, your brand awareness and attitude will not have any problem. Okay, new category for your target market. And I will explain this concept also next concepts. And what is the brand awareness? How aware are people about your brand? How aware of are people about your brand and about your product and about your company? And what is your customer's attitude, the attitude toward your product? You must do something that takes them to positive attitude towards your product. And you must find your what is your objective and brand purchase intention. You must do something to brand purchase intention to make difference in your customers. Okay, so if your objective is launching something for the category needs, You must have the R&D, powerful R&D, and also for brand awareness, how you can keep your audience aware, and brand attitude must be positive. And if you, okay, your objective is to convert the negative customers' attitude to positive, okay? And the most important objective will be the purchase intention, brand purchase intention. Any question? First, next you must design communications. Communications, what to say, who should say it, and how to say it. Very, very important. Design communications. Okay, you have any question, Ms. Orila? Okay, you say, okay. What to say, who should say it, and how to say it. What is your message? What do you want to say? Then the source message. For example, if you want to send a message to kids and children, better use the suitable person to send, and source of message should be suitable for kids. And for example, if you want to send a message to educated people, your person must be suitable for educated people. And so, okay, the message strategy including how to compose your message. Okay, for example, when you want to send an email, Mr. Navi, you think about how to compose your email body and text. Okay, for the message to other people also you must design. You must say, and I think, okay, you mean the yes, there are some strategies to compose a message. In this level, I don't say, but I can refer you to the Philip Cutler's textbook. If I have time, if we have time, I can explain for you with more detail, hopefully. Okay, the message source and how to say it. For example, how you can say your message through a sing, or for example through some phrases, and in the, for example, like a poet, something like this one, like okay. The select channels, personal or non-personal. Sometimes you send yourself or your representative or your marketers to your customers and face-to-face meeting. Sometimes you have the channel through your speech, your website, and your something like this to non-personal communication. Non-personal means it's not face-to-face, but the personal is face-to-face and one-on-one. And establish budget. You need the budget. You must find the affordable method, and based on the percentage of your sale, you can adjust and modify your budget, and what is the objective and what is the task related to objective. You must establish a budget in a correct way. Marketing communication means you must measure, and all the time you must evaluate and monitor your activities, and about the measuring characteristics and also factors. Measuring characteristics and also factors, and there is in the brief way this kind of the communication mix, and some thing about the advertising, sales promotion, and already I think explained about this one. And in setting the mix, there are some important factors: types of product, market, buyer readiness stage, and product life cycle. What is the product life cycle? You need a mix of the communication tools and strategies. What is the product life cycle is very important thing when you want to decide about your designing your communication. Every product has its a special product life cycle. We say PLC in many books, product life cycle. When you, for example, first you introduce a new product, then your new product grows sales and revenue in this part, and if it is successful. After the passing this part, to go to maturity. Maturity means the end of the highest level of the sales and revenue for a product. And after the while, because of some reasons, for example, changing the technology, changing the place, and also the entrance of the powerful and strong competitors, your product will decline, and your product sales will decline. And this one is the fourth stage of the product life cycle. Okay. Cost effectiveness and buyer readiness. It is the two index for the determine. For example, what about how effective is your cost, and also how buyers are ready to choose and use your product and or services. There is a just example for remind you something about the details of the comparing the state of buyer readiness and also cost effectiveness. Okay, any question? You must measure the frequency, reach, and awareness. What does it mean? And attitude. Reach, it means how many people can get your message, how many people can get your message, and how about the frequency of message, and what is the frequency message, frequency of the message or message strategy, and frequency of using communication tools. And what about the attitude? You must know and find the attitude of your customers, and you must measure attitudes. How many of the customers don't like your product or your company? How many of them like and want to do something to more purchase, for example? And also awareness. How aware of are your customers? You must go with them, and you must also design some questionnaire to get the information. You know, in this example, in this slide, okay, consumer estates for two brands. When a consumer can choose two brands, brand A and brand B. What is the For example, it is in these columns on 100% of market, and these 20% of your customers in the market are not aware about your product or your company, and 80% are aware. About the brand B 60% are not aware, and 40% are aware about your product or your company. 40% did from those are aware. Okay, those customers are aware. 40% of them did not try, and 60% already tried. Okay, from this 40% did not try, 20% are satisfied. Sorry, from those percent, 60% of tried, because those did not try, forget this for 40%. You have 60% tried already your brand and brand A. 20% of them are satisfied, and 80% of them are disappointed. What does it mean? It means, okay, it means there are possibility of this one from you have, for example, 1 million people in your target market, and just 80% of them are aware in the brand. It is about brand A, and difference between them means because this one is already experienced 20% satisfied. What do you mean by difference, Mr. Mobin? Dr. Mobin? Excuse me, Mr. Mobin, you know, excuse me. Okay. You mean this difference, Mr. Mobin? Dr. Mobin, excuse me. You mean this difference? Okay. I will explain for you about this one. I mean, brand. Every brand has different level of awareness and try and satisfied among your target audience and your customers or your people in your target market. When you have 100% market, finally you will have 20% of this one satisfied. 20% of those 60% tried. What about this ratio to the 100 market? Anybody can tell me? It means finally satisfied customers for brand A is just 20% of 60% tried, and this 60% is out of 80% away. And for brand B, you have 100% market, 60% not aware, and 40% aware. They are aware about your product. 70% did not try already, and they don't know about your features and your benefits of your product, and 30% tried. Out of these 30%, 80% satisfied, and 20% disappointed. 20% they don't like. You can compare these two brands and about the levels of awareness, level of trial, and level of satisfaction. It is important that finally you must measure your customer satisfaction. The integrated marketing communication. How there are something about clarity, consistency, and maximum impact. For example, you can compare advertising, direct response, sales force, and events and experience. You can compare in terms of these. For example, how clear are them, and how consistent they are, and what is the maximum impact. You must measure. For example, in some area you recognize advertising has more impact comparing with direct response, Salesforce, and also events and experience. Oh, in the previous slide, you mean in the previous slide means finally this ratio are satisfied in brand A, and this ratio is satisfied in brand. What about the number of people in these two brands? Anybody can tell me the number of, for example, suppose this one is 1 million and this one is 1 million. Okay, 800,000 are aware, and from this 800, 60% are tried. It means 0.6 times by 80%. Just it will be 400,000 and 80. Okay, this one 480,000. This one finally here, and from this 480,000, 80% disappointed and 20% satisfied. Okay, you must calculate that all percent and finally get the about brand A and brand B, which are more people satisfied about these two brands. You must measure, for example, you must recognize which kind of these communication mix are have more clarity, more consistency, and maximum impact. Okay, thank you so much, friends, to have comment about the comparing these two brands, and you can discuss also integrated marketing communication with a planning process designed to assure that all brand contacts received by a customer or prospect. You know what is the prospect and what is the customer. Okay, you know what is the difference between customer and prospect? Or could you tell me the difference between customer and prospect? Customers means current users and current customers, and prospect is potential customers. Those people can be your customers in the near future or the future. Okay, it means the difference between customer is the buyer, but okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Navid and other people, Dr. Mobin. Okay, to be your customer. Thank you. Exactly same meaning. Yes, customer, the current customer, and prospect. Those people can be your customer in the future. Depends on your activities and their awareness and something and their need. Okay, for a product, service, or organization are relevant to that person and consistent over time. So it is I will send you this slide to. Okay, what about the coordination and implementation? There are some states, for example, you go to the first time, for example, from the radio message or something like this one, you can aware, and after that using the advertisement and for example print advertisement, and also stage 3 is interactive and direct marketing, and also direct sales. There are some stage 2 coordination and implementation, and also promotion can be used to this stage, and it means some different stages of the coordination and implementation of the communication mix. Okay, communication mix. Please very fast go to the next one. What about the managing mass communication, and what steps are required in developing an advertising program? How should sales promotion decisions be made? And what are the guidelines for effective brand building events and experiences? How can companies exploit the potential of public relations and publicity? What about developing advertising program? Which consideration you have in the developing advertising program? There are something important, for example, psychological factors, economic factors, and social factors. A customer, there are most important factors to decide and motivate, to be motivated to buy something, for example, and to pay attention to a product. There are three important factors, three set of factors: psychological, social, and economic for the buyer motives. Okay. When developing advertising, you must consider these three factors in your audience. Okay, Mr. Navid believes in the Eastern countries it is important for the customers, the economy. Yes, economic factor in all at the moment in all countries has meaningful impact. Economic factors, for example, if I know about the benefits and advantage of Mercedes-Benz, and I know Mercedes-Benz is the best vehicle, is the best quality, has the best quality, and very safe and very fast. But if I don't have money to buy Mercedes-Benz, I cannot buy Mercedes-Benz. Just I can't advertise for Mercedes-Benz. It is the economic aspect, and also social aspects. For example, something in some society is important for people, and they have impact on their behavior and their purchasing decision process. And so, psychological also is very important. Some people psychologically care about the other people remarks and points in the many countries, and they are worried about the other people's judge about their decisions and their purchasing. Okay, Mr. Hamid says, I agree with the colleague, but sometimes social factor is very important for the people. For example, the color of the car in northern Afghanistan. Very good example. Thank you. For example, you know the social, and you mean there are some norms and some customs in each country, and depending on social factors that affect the buyer motives. Yes, you mean Mohammed. Yes. What is the problem in northern Afghanistan? The color of the car. Could you explain, Mr. Yasi, Mr. Hamid? Red color cars were the most buying of the cars, but nowadays white and silver and gold is the best. Very good, thank you. It is, I mean, the originated from some social factors, Mr. Lassi, for example, is related to some beliefs or something like this. For example, Chinese people like red color, and the red is not liked because they relate it to some bad. Oh, okay, thank you. Same. And social factors. Very good. Thank you so much. And so, okay, thank you. Very good example. Thank you very much. And there is the last thing for tonight and this session is 5 important M. 5 important M. Okay, like the number 39. Okay, Mr. Hamid believes like 39, number 39 is not a lucky number. Yes, and unlucky number for people in the Afghanistan. Social, okay. The guy's number, okay. You know, for example, my Iranian people do in my culture don't like 1 to 13 number. I think in Afghanistan, you know the 13 number, some problem. Yes, the Iranian people don't like the 13, 1, 3 number. They believe this number can cause some problem or bad luck for people. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamid and Mr. Khatir and other friends. Thank you very much. And five important M in there. First, you must define your mission of advertising. What is your mission of advertising? Why you want to do advertising? Five M's of advertising. The first one is the mission. Sometimes your advertising mission is increase your sales, and you must define the advertising objectives. Okay, you must say the what is the finally your advertising objectives, and also what is your sales goals. How much you want to increase your the percent of the market share, for example. The first M is mission. The second M is important, money. How much you have to do as advertising. And the factors to consider a stage. First one is a stage in product life cycle. Already I explained for you the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Okay, I can show you again this one. This is the introduction, for example, to product, and also you have something. A product, the first product is the introduction, the growth, profit, and sales. You must, in every stage of your product, for example, at the moment, can you tell me what about the CD, compact disc, comparing DVD? At the moment, compact disc or CD, comparing DVD, you can say that the CD is in the declining part. Compact disc, very good, thank you. And DVD is in the growth or in the maybe maturity, because also we have something like Blu-ray. Blu-ray technology is going to grow. Okay, for the okay. Could you give me another example in Afghanistan, for example, which kind of product is in the growth and which one is the maturity and which one is the declining? Okay, Mr. Navid, you mean the compact disc CD is the declining and DVD in maturity. Very good. I think I agree with you. Thank you so much. And mosaic making is in growth. Thank you so much. And in Afghanistan, you mean? Yes, mosaic making. Mosaic in Afghanistan is in growth. Other students can have examples about this one. Just I want to remind you, in every stage of product life cycle, in every stage of your product life cycle, you need to determine the budget. For example, if you sell the CD, no need to spend the high budget or spend more money to advertising the CD, because at the moment CD is the declining part, and many people don't care and don't like CD, compact disc. So it is important in which product life as your product life cycle you are. For example, yes, thank you, Dr. Khatir. Home phones in decline phase. Okay, very good. As cell phones are growing, very good, very good. Also, home phones is declining part, and also cell phone is are growing. And PVC products, thank you, Mr. Navid, are also in growth stage, but due to high cost, it is still growing, but not fast in. Okay, thank you so much. Very good. And about the PVC product, thank you so much, Dr. Khatin and Mr. Navid and other friends. Thank you. And still growing. But what do you mean by watch is in decline, Miss Shukufa? Oria, Miss Oria? What you mean there about the clock or something like this? Okay. You mean the why you believe? Okay, hand watch. Okay, okay. Hand watch in decline, in the decline part. Thank you so much. And you could you tell me the replacement thing, something substitution for this product? Already we told you in the Michael Porter's strategy there are some substitution. When there is a substitution, as usual, the old one going to decline. Oh, mobile. Oh, you mean the many people use the mobile instead of watch? Okay, thank you so much. I got it. Thank you so much. Or laptops. Thank you so much, Miss Oria. And Mr. Navid, also laptops are in growth stage. Desktops, very good, very good. And thank you so much. It means many of you got the concept. And let's go back to the previous one. In this PLC, in this slide, please have a look. Could you, can you see the PLC word in this slide? Friends, can you see the PLC? Okay. In PLC, in this slide means product life cycle. In this slide, product life cycle. It depends in which, for example, in the growing part, you need more, and for also introduction. In introduction, you need the more money and more budget to introduce yourself, and after that, in growing for competing, you need more budget, maybe your budget, and it depends on the, for example, nature of product, and also which stage, which money, and how much money you need to spend. Thank you, Mr. Navid. I got why you right. Okay, thank you so much. And after the, for example, another thing is market share. What is your market share? What is the, how much of the market is in your hand? For example, comparing your competitors. If you want to increase your market share, you need more advertisement, for example, and consumer base. The stocks, you mean the, okay, stocks, you mean the your the value of your stocks in the market. Yes, Mr. Nabi. Okay, okay. Please don't be confused about stocks and market share. Sorry. Okay. No. I want to explain this on Mr. Navi because some students are usually confused about the market share. We have some shareholders and share in the market, okay? It depends on the stock value. But this market share in marketing is different. It's different from bourse or something about the stocks, and market share means that your how many percent of the selling a product is for your company. Suppose I will explain this one the next week in the, with more detail. Okay, Mr. Navid and other friends already I think explained one time. Market share means, as usual, for example, in 1 year in the Kabul, people buy totally 100,000 TV, 100,000 TV, for example. And your company sell TV, and the out of these 100,000, 30,000 of TV sold by your company. Okay, 30,000 out of 100,000. It means you have 30% market share in this TV. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, okay. This market share is different with a stock and something like that. Thank you so much. And so another thing to consider is competition, and what is the competition and clutter. Clutter means something like situation with no clear order and very, for example, competitive environment. We say clutter, and you cannot predict anything. It is okay in the clutter and competition. And another thing, how frequent you like your advertising. What about your advertising frequency? Then you want to determine the budget. You must know what about your advertising frequency, and also product substitutability. What it means, there are something can be substitution for your product or not. For example, if you want to spend more money, you must be careful. If there is in the near future, the substitution will come and your product will decline the growth and the rate of this one. You must be careful about the okay product substitutability. It means, for example, you are selling CD, but the DVD is coming. Okay, substitution of your product. For example, handphone and cell phone, and also watch, and already you had some examples about the watch and mobile, handphone, mobile, and also about the new substitution. Another example. Thank you so much. What do you mean by spare parts, Mr.? Okay, maybe you mean the spare parts also can. I mean substitution, a new product that has the same benefits and features with new and also maybe lower price sometimes. And after the determining the budget, money, you have compose your message and generate message and evaluate it and selection message, execution, and which how you can implement your message strategy, and social responsibility review. What is this one? Selection message, how to want to implement your message, and how to send the message in your society and public. Social responsibility means your message, for the sending your message to the people and society, you must consider something important in your society, and using the message suitable for your society, and because you have the social responsibility. And also, what is the media? You choose the media for you're sending your message. Which kind of media? Three important things is media is reach, frequency, and impact. How many people can use this media? For example, TV, newspaper, or something satellite. How many people can reach your message through this media? Okay, how society reviews the message. It means, for example, if you send finally your message through advertisement, or for example, some media sent to, for example, in the Iran or Afghanistan, you cannot use something about non-halal, for example, non-halal affairs in your message. For example, you cannot advertise something about the non-halal activities in your advertisement, for example. Society is sensitive to your activity. Okay, did you get what I mean, Mr. Navid? Okay. And also, after when choosing media, for example, you know how many people in Afghanistan watch TV and how many people buy newspaper. It means a rich concept. Your message reaches to how many people through this media. You must evaluate which media is more suitable for you. And what about frequency? How many times the people can see your message daily or monthly or weekly? And what about the impact? How effective is your message? And what about its impact on the people? You must evaluate all of this. Okay, major media types, specific media vehicles, media timing, and also geographical media allocation. This means the properties of geographical and the media to this 5M of advertising. And finally, like the many models, you need measurement. You must check and measure your advertising impact. How effective is your advertising? And so after this one, this 5M of advertising is very important in your business. Please be careful about this 5M of advertising when you want to have advertising for your company, for your organization, for your product, and something like this one. You must consider these 5Ms of advertising. And so after that, this one I will explain. And the last thing is the what about advertising objectives? Persuade people, remind people, reinforce them, or inform them. I will explain you next week about this one and other components of this subject. Okay, any question, friends? Okay. Okay, please let me. Okay. Wait, please. Okay, I thank you so much this for your cooperation and kind attention. Thank you so much. I want to show you something in the end of this session, a very short clip, and so I want to get your ideas. Please wait, friends. Thank you so much. I can stop the recording of this class, and I will. Okay, please let me show you something.